It's like so obnoxious.
This is weird. Yeah. So
She's gonna like get you like beaten up one day by like Lebanese like security folk.
no, they don't care.
Does it have to say that? I've never heard that on someone else's computer. Like that audio coming out.
Oh no. This is new to me actually.
That's fine. It's just funny. It's like creepy.
So where we are at right now is, so we did the login and we signed up.
So I think
We're done with those.
I believe so. I think there's like some small things we could be doing, like say for example, having it where if the email isn't in the correct email format, you can go through.
Yeah, we are not done with the login. There are no actions for the login.
Okay,
So let's do that.
So what happens when you click login right now? Yeah, it works.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I believe I think we were like clean on the home button, the home screen. Well, try it. Test it out. See how it's going. I think there were like some like small things that we could have like been more refined on, and we still could do that. But I think like you know, it's kind of like, I mean, I'm sure you know this better than anybody. Like you kind of like do like it's a choice of how you want to do it, right? You can kind of like do everything, every single thing imaginable at one stage, or kind of like do a draft and then like refine it as you go. I find like I'm like constantly tinkering like, as I go through. Like I'll find things, go, oh, like I didn't think of that. Let me, you know, deal with it then. It's funny working with those interns today because they did a great job, but like, you know, like it doesn't even enter their mind to kind of like customize the sign or anything. Like it just doesn't enter their mind. Like, you know, as it comes out, as they do it.
So let's check this.
I can't remember. Let's take a look at the database.
It doesn't show the
Well, just make it a new password. You just type it in again. Who knows?
Yeah.
I love it. It's so simple. Wow, really. So,
It's clean.
So what I would actually suggest is making the new tweet first,
Yeah.
because you want to have that content before you think about how you visualize it.
I agree. So let's make a field where you can type the tweet and then a button next to the field to tweet.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll just copy. Yes.
For the actual text for tweets. Now, what is this for?
The button. So you write something here and then you click on tweet.
Oh, yeah, let me like don't interfere. Oh, how did that happen? Oh, cool. Yeah, it's fascinating. I mean, I do this stuff from Photoshop, but I didn't know that one. It was so cool, like how all the stuff like carries through all the different programs. I see.
Oh no, so let's flip this. So no border.
You know how to use the icon image library?
I just use mine.
Yeah, just so you know. Well, you can do that too. Yeah, that's fine too. Might as well choose your own. It's just, so it's under, yeah, exactly. And then you put it out, and then they have the ones there.
So it's warm.
And it's not a bad library. Ascent is not a bad one.
I found that if the so it's some sort of layers.
Yeah.
I found that if we so this is beneath the blue layer.
So you can go to use a shortcut.
X.
And then you just copy and evolve. Yeah.
That works.
Yeah. No, that's actually like quite clever. Like it took me a long time to. In fact, I don't think I fully like absorbed it. Like I would do it, but I would sometimes just get. I would just like click 30 times to move things forward and backward.
So we are working with 8 pixels based layout. So we go from 8 to 16 to the icon is 24. So this is yeah. Let's make it 16. That would work. Let's 16.
This would be a good time to limit the Twitter length limitation.
Yeah. So max length, that's
44 characters or something. I don't know the difference yet.
so
And it's something to think about if you allow multi-line or not. I think for 44 characters, like you have to make that choice in the text field. I have no idea what autofocus does. You might have a better idea for that than me.
autofocus, so when you open this page, it's already focused in the field, so you can like.
Oh,
Right.
cool. So it's already like selected. That's good to know. Cool.
Yeah. Looks cool.
So let's make the database side.
Should have new collection.
Tweets.
Tweets should have user.
Yeah.
So let's make comments.
So this could actually be a good spot to even like get like a piece of paper or like somewhere you can do it where you can kind of like just like try to brain dump it.
Yeah.
Or we can just do it one at a time, like however your brain works.
So we will have comments. Likes. What is it called?
Technically, I think a comment will be another tweet with this tweet as its parent.
Yeah.
So what is comments? Because it's comment the text of the tweet, or is it the tweet referencing it?
The tweet on the tweet.
So that'll probably, so just in terms of it, so that'll still be a tweet, but a tweet could have a parent that then you'd link to, and then it'll be like a list below a list, probably. So I don't know if comment is the right word. I think you can go the other way at parent. Parent tweet or something.
So what is it called? Likes?
Yeah. Or yeah, I think yeah, likes or favorites. So I actually have no idea how we'll make retweet work. Maybe well, but we can put it in and see when we get there. But I think about that from a list perspective. Okay, now we're forgetting some obvious ones. So
the text.
yeah,
And the image.
yeah, and author.
And user. Share maybe. No,
Share isn't a database. It's actually just like the button for a button action.
Yeah.
I think that looks pretty good. No.
So let's do the author.
So yeah. Now you have a choice for author. It can be database linked or just text. So like, okay, so you'll probably want to be able to have a list of listing all the tweets from from a single author, right? Now there's kind of like a give and take here. So if you actually, so you can link the databases. The linked databases for all databases are slow. So what a lot of people do is they'll do a primary key.
Yeah.
So you'd have like
link a field from this.
Well, let me show you both ways, just so you can kind of like see the choice. Yeah, so you can see the choice. So like, yeah, so you can do like just author, and then did we do a primary key for the user? So you'd have a primary key for the user, which would be like, like a unique number, for example. And then you could have the author be the unique number, and then you do the list filter only for those, right? And that's totally one way to do it. I usually do it that way because it's faster. But you could also do like a database link, just because you should know how this kind of stuff works, right? Where it's a relationship, then you do a relationship to the user, and the user can have multiple tweets, but a tweet belongs to one user. Now this is, to me, the more technical way to do it, but it's a slower way. And it's
so the primary key is faster.
I find it to be that way.
Yeah, let's do the primary key.
Okay. But then we should figure out how to make the primary key for the user. So did we not make a primary key for the user? I forget. It looks like we did. So let's add a unique ID field. I would, so okay, my usual unique ID is I do text, and then I do the time plus, is like the exact time to the second is quite unique, plus a random number with it. And like, to me, I think that's about as unique as I can, that's as unique as I figured out how to get it.
Yeah. So
okay. Now let's go to where we actually make the account and have that get generated.
right now we are making the account on this page.
Be careful because you got to choose the type of time. So, yeah.
Going to do real formula. Going to the random.
Yeah. And basically, the first number is the low number threshold. The second number is the high number threshold. So you can do like 1 million to 10 million if you want to. So I've gotten in trouble with it. I think it's an error on their side because they've changed. Well, when I do, it seems like they sometimes cluster at the low side. So like say I was doing like 0 to 1 billion, but it would be giving me like, 30, 31, and it was just kind of stupid. So I usually do like a really high. So I would even do like 1 million to like 10 something. Because it doesn't seem to slow down. Like it's easy for it to make that. And it'll only, you need the end bracket. There you go.
Let's go back to the database. So we have unique ID. How can we make it the primary key or
just really different? Yeah. So it's a multi-variable primary key because it depends on how you link together. Because it's not a single primary key. Every field has the potential to be a primary key. Well, technically, the first field is the primary key in terms of it being. There needs to be at least one field, but even that field can be empty.
So is it
well, we were going to do the text version, right?
Yeah.
So you already have it. You've done it. You've already made that field that you need. Out of here is the author.
how to link the author to the primary.
Yeah. So okay, we can do it now. Just so you can kind of see, but you're gonna have to come back here and add more fields. So make the tweet. Great. Yeah, and then you'll choose the author, and it'll be the logged in user, unique ID. Right? Yeah. Put all the other fields in because you only got the one field right now with the tweets.
Yeah. So we need to get the data from.
But you haven't filled out the. You only have one field.
Yeah.
So you got to take the ones you took on your notepad and put them over. Yeah. So we're going to need a unique ID for the tweet as well.
Wait, yeah.
And you just the exact same thing.
Yep. So let's create. Tweet.
I actually have no idea how retweet is a word. I wonder if we should keep somewhere where we actually like have ideas of what we need to do. But I think like I don't actually know if retweet's going to be a field. It might be something completely different. Because what you do, so basically I think what a retweet does is it creates a new tweet from you, but with a specific format, yeah, within it.
Yeah.
I think we should add.
So we can copy an existing tweet also my profile with
the current tweet in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But do we do that now, or do we do that after we finish this step? Like I feel like it's like
this step first.
Do you want to like? I like the idea of having this here. Should we like kind of like just like maybe organize it so like like future steps or something? And one of the future step is a retweet. I keep my my big mind map thing in, so I call it a scratch pad. It's just like so I would for myself say like okay, next step, or like have my future things. Features. Yeah, perfect.
So when the user clicks on tweet, you should get the text from here.
Yeah.
How do we have image?
It'll have to be a different. So how do you want to visualize it? So what I think you do with
script.
So I think what
page. Well, next to this one, when you click, you just add the button to tweet here. So maybe a short button would appear here at the bottom right. When you click it, it goes to our next page where you could add an image, text, and then tweet. And on the home page, we have only the tweets, the recent tweets.
Yeah, sounds sensible.
Yeah.
No, that's actually not the correct one. That's visualizes an image. It's a different field for image selector.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's under
about putting an image and only show it when the user uploads an image.
I see. So both. Yeah, you can do that.
So that's
this will be the one you choose.
So does it show the image when you choose one?
Yeah. So you are saying something that's like correct, but let's progress and see how it looks. Is that correct though? So I feel like the image selector in ADALO, well, I think for everything, it's like actually something like almost like you have to like make like your own kind of like mini custom component. But
I was thinking about that. So I was thinking of
how does it happen? How does the new tweet button look in Twitter?
Yeah.
I've got Twitter here. So here, so we can't actually grab that, unfortunately, because well, we could do your past ones in the app, right? But that doesn't really help you that much. But they have it actually as being like a button just for the image. So that's maybe.
Yeah.
Do it like that. No, I'm not actually sure. So let's see. I'm not actually sure how to do this. How do we? Is there like a button, an option? So like add action, like choose bridge or something. Let's see. What's under more? Okay, no. What is under?
So we can make a hidden upload. And change the input.
What happens if you click change input? No, change input. What happens if you click that? I usually use this to delete text when I go to the next page. I get stuck having to use that image select button. I can't think of another way to open that menu and have it saved. Could be. I mean, just you're not thinking of it right now. But and you see, it doesn't even really give you any options, right? So you could change the opacity to 0, and then put the thing behind it. Yeah. That would be yours. That you want. If that's not attractive enough for you. You want to make sure that this is in front, so that that's the. So technically, do well, yeah, because you want it to be the white. It's fine if they don't give you more options.
Yeah, the alignment.
Yeah. It's really annoying is when ADALO just doesn't like cooperate with like different like the way you visualize it doesn't get visualized accurately and different like when you export it to Android or something, and like then you get like in all these like when you like move fields around like hidden and showing and stuff. I think you probably saw this with the like the laws. Like you always like do like 100 layers and then like it just like it's like it doesn't fall the way he expects. Right. Okay. Now let's try previewing the page and seeing what it looks like. Maybe it looks different when you actually do it. You probably want to be stuck bottom. I feel like now like it shouldn't be send, it should maybe be like author or something. you're going to slide up all the way through. It's fun.
So,
I just scroll through and find one I like because like I can't remember. And sometimes I stumble on ones I like.
I don't want to waste time.
I mean, that might not be bad. Or did we huh. It's wait, slow down. Double click on the one inside it. It's clear like the link, make a tweet. Delete it and add it again, maybe? Try do it in a private browser. Just we're missing something. So there's something broken, but where? So let's go back to the okay. So for sure it's clicking to make a tweet. Let's make an ugly button, just like an ugly button, make a tweet and make sure that it's doing that. Like just shove a, the button. Just like send it over there and let's just see what happens. Just make sure that like buttons work, I guess. Just click back. Okay, so what the fuck? Okay, ungroup everything together, then regroup it maybe. Let's just delete both those components and do it again. This one, just shove an icon on it, link it together, and see if that at least works before we. Is this? I have no idea why it's not working. Like it's bizarre. Now, if we make it smaller and blue, is it going to?
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't. Like I think like the way ADALO works is like how it plays with the code in the back end. Like sometimes it just might make its own glitch.
It works.
Okay, bizarre. Now it makes this still looks ugly. Is there a way
It did
to get?
make it.
Yeah, but it seems like it might just be an issue with their thing. So there's no options. There's really no styling options with it. Maybe we're just stuck with an ugly image picker button. Yeah, what are the 3 dots? Is there any extra options in there randomly?
So in CSS, there's this property to make something not clickable. Make it show in front, but it's called pointer events. So the mouse, when you click it, it doesn't do anything. It clicks right through it. Is there something similar for ADALO? No.
Let's try clicking on the rectangle. The lower level. Let's go look at the marketplace of custom components. Maybe there's a component, a digital component. Look at the install. Well, yeah, wait, that's probably fine. Stripe is for taking payments. Okay, how about this? How about you have it styled the way you want, but then it opens a pop-up that's just then a big thing for the image selector.
So we need to make another script. Okay, so let's do this, to do it.
And you'll want to actually go back on the page, image uploader, you want to make the background transparent.
Yeah.
Maybe have it like float up or something. Now here's like kind of a weird thing to think about. So when you upload the photo, it takes a while to upload. So you've got to think about how you don't let people leave until it's completed uploading.
What do you mean by making people? So okay, you go.
So it takes a couple seconds, or like it takes time to upload the image.
Yeah, depends on the size of the image.
Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, we don't have an option to auto change dimensions. But say you have a button just saying like done. If you click it, if it's not uploaded, then it'll leave. Now what you can do is it can detect if there's an image saved to the database file. So you could have a conditional. So like say if the image isn't done, you could have it say, oh, it's still waiting, or like processing, or you'd have it go to a processing page until it's then done. But it's just something to be aware of, that it won't stop you from moving on without it uploaded. So even like this is where you would maybe have a GIF pop up of circling and then waiting for it to be full and then have a component based on that, for example. So I'm not actually sure the way you want to solve it. It's just something you gotta think about. We can also just skip it and not worry about it, but like that it will be like an issue, you know, where people will go, oh, I've stuck to the image, and then move on without waiting for the data to enter the database.
So when the user clicks on the image and selects the image, I'm thinking to just go back to the tweet screen and when he clicks on tweet, if the image is not fully uploaded yet, just have a text show up.
That's a good point. So actually, you have it there, it'll live there. Then when tweet, we'll probably have things happen in tweet. So we can worry about that in the tweet, like basically what does having tweet do? And like on Twitter, having tweet thinks about it and actually uploads.
Yep.
So that's probably what we'll do. We'll actually have it freeze until it's uploaded. But we'll try to freeze it in a way. But basically, like what you're correct on is here isn't the time to deal with the upload. It's when you click tweet that you deal with the upload. Right? So it's the same problem, just deal with it in the next step. But like actually what happens when you click tweet, it's gonna be like, some fascinating stage. Can't wait.
So when you pick this one, let's go. So let's do the tweet.
So here's something to think of. So what I often do is I have the tweet, then go to like a loading page, then have the actions happen on the loading page, because I have more control. And also, like if you just click tweet and it says upload that, it's going to be like just stuck staring into that tweet button. But if you got it on the loading page, you then have control of what you're seeing, right? So like say, for example, you could click tweet and then the loading page could just be like a half opacity page with like a circle saying like, loading. And then when that's done, then it moves on. You understand what I'm saying?
So let's do that. So on the page, should we go loading, making the tweets?
Making tweet loading, make tweet. We might have like multiple loading pages eventually, so this can be kind of good to like think of your naming parameters, but I think we'll be okay.
It should go.
Oh,
Is that Ventool? How did I do it?
oh, why would you? What? Cool.
Oh, interesting.
I've seen it. Don't know when I would use it. Don't know how you make it happen. How did you?
With the V.
You can see like how like this is beyond like the WordPress crowd, right?
Yeah, it is. So.
That might be, well, maybe not slide out. That might be none. So it's just like kind of like it seems like just be there suddenly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to stylize it first, or you want to do the actions first?
So I'll download a GIF with a circle.
Exactly. GIPHY. Yeah. Now, what I'm not sure of is if there's one that you can get with a transparent background, or if you even need that. I just wonder if it's going to be like all gray, let's say the image has. It looks like it's transparent. Well, I can't tell.
Should be tweeting.
Sure. Just play like SimCity. I ever played the like SimCity or The Sims? They'd always have like funny loading things, and I was like articulating splines. Like, and this is where you can kind of like be bullshit with stuff too. Like you just be like, you know, like you could like so with a lot of loading stuff, I realized like you're like tricking the users just so they're not like staring at dead space, right? I even thought you could like put like little games or something on the loading pages, you know, like Sudoku or something that's like super long. Okay, now why don't we have them, let's not think of how to go past this. Let's just see what this actually looks like. And then do you want it to be transparent background or like, yeah, now do you want to be 100% though? That might be kind of, well, why am I?
I think ADALO does default. So in the alumni, we try it. So when there is content, ADALO just dims the background.
Oh, okay, so.
I'm worried if this has a white background on it. It look weird.
Did you unlink the tweet button to it? I forget. I think you did.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just try it out and see what happens. This previewer is like so convenient, right? When my like friends develop, they'll have to like upload the new build to their phone to kind of get it going. I was hoping that would do something. No, it could be doing something, and it's just down here and we can't see it. Try scrolling down. Okay, what's going on here? Sure. It's weird. That's like the second time this can happen too. I've not seen it happen like before. Do you ever just like put like a strong background or something so it's very obvious something's happening there? Well, there's no actions on this page, right? So what's happening that's the second time that we're doing this? You're using shortcuts. Try linking together, but don't use shortcuts. Try using the mouse commands. I don't use it. I just want to see if that does something different. What do you mean? Well, you're using your keyboard to combine groups together, aren't you? So just try doing it with the mouse and make group button and just see.
So that's fine.
So like unseparate these. Oh, also, don't we have another command on here? Okay. Ungroup and ungroup the other group. I'm not saying like it's kind of like trying to reverse engineer where bugs are too, and then it's like, you know, like in the future. So let's just try collecting these together with a shift.
Oh, there's create. Oh, yeah, I see the problem. So
yeah, I see the problem too. We were clicking on this.
I grouped them after we did the create group.
Well, so I bet you we have some new tweets. I bet you, yeah. Yeah, okay. So there was no problem with your, so I was doing the wrong solution, but that's fascinating.
So I'm thinking to delete this.
It can still be there, just have the thing below it. Well,
so this is just for the rectangle.
Well, but we're gonna have over here the create. Okay, but actually what I'll often do is I'll have it be create tweet, then move here, then it's update tweet. Because you get slightly more power on update than create. So say for example, here it's create, but you'll see you can't add a user to something. You can't like, I don't think so that's just like my own best practice. Like I'll create on the button because create takes no time. It's like instant, but then it'll actually do the adding picture and stuff on the next screen.
Yeah.
But so we can do create. But I think we're, yeah, oh, I see. Yeah, delete that. It was date and time, current time, plus.
Oh, yeah.
For sure, like this is just my way of doing it. If you think of a better way, feel free. But let me know if you figure one out.
Do we do the functionality for the tweets right now? You are loading the image.
So I think all the functionality tweet will be on this page. What we do need to have here is here it should be going to okay, what happens if somebody puts no text there?
Oh, yeah.
So we probably have like another page saying tweet must have text. Do tweets have to contain text though? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, there should probably be a pop-up saying that. Makes you kind of think of like how many pages you see without even kind of like acknowledging.
Yeah, this is amazing.
What type of page is it? I think maybe a modal.
Let's do a custom one, like
Yeah, sure.
this one with the warning.
Yeah. I keep doing your job for you, sorry. Wow. Ace. So it's super fun watching different people learn ADALO because like everybody brings their own kind of like unique thing to it.
You have a
Surprising variety of skill set. Like, you know, what comes naturally, some is like just totally different than others.
So, how do we do the if?
Okay, so the first step you would do is link here, but then it would only be a sometimes if that is empty.
Oh, yeah, got it.
And you might want to have it be float up or whatever your one is for that.
Sometimes.
Inputs. Yeah. Yeah, perfect, right? Yeah. And then if it's not equal to empty, it should go to the next step, whatever you have that. And then the next one should go to the making tweet loading. Right? Well, actually, I don't think you even need to do, because it goes in a waterfall, right? So you could do it that way, but also like if that's just the final step. For the final step, you don't need to have any logic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if there were to be more steps, then yeah, it's an unnecessary step at this stage, as far as I know.
How do we delete this?
You can just switch it to always. So it's not always, it's always if it gets there,
Yeah.
right? Well, there's only one way to find out. So it's really like a puzzle, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's really funny to learn.
It's very common sense. Maybe that problem we're having with the button earlier was that same issue where there was like a...
So that's... we should do a timer. So it just goes away after like 5 seconds.
You could, absolutely.
So let's add a timer.
Seconds will feel like a long time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So what can I... So the number in seconds are 2. Okay. With the actions. Finished action. Let's make it invisible.
This stuff just is going to haunt you in the future, just that you're going to have like all these like I don't even know the best way around it. That's a good question. Like, what is the best way to deal with that?
To always have a specific spot.
Yeah, well, for many things, like, well, for invisible elements,
Yeah.
like, what's the best, like, maybe, I don't know what the solution is, but, like, for sure, like, it almost needs to be, like, you know, like, everything, like, you have this best practice, like, you know, like, what would be cool is you could actually have, like, below the, like, have, like, an invisible box or something, like, you know, below the
screen.
Yeah, exactly.
View.
Okay.
Is it because of the timer?
I have no idea. Let's, like, take a look at the opacity again.
Yeah.
Weird that way. Try different transitions. Try no transition just as a first. Okay, so it seems like it's the, so I think, so instead of slide, do float.
Oh, Malas told me about this.
So just, I think you just
So
float up.
float up, yeah, yeah.
Pretty cool, right? Like, it's pretty polished.
Thinking why the placeholder is down there. So it's the padding.
Well, no, it's multi-line.
Yeah, so we can fix it.
Oh yeah. Now, something that does feel kind of weird is that image looking just hanging down there.
Yeah, I'll
Right.
get it.
Why do I keep doing your job for you?
No, it's okay. Okay.
Eaten today?
No.
Please order something. Let me get you a menu. Is that okay?
Have you eaten?
Yeah, I had a pizza without the cheese.
Works.
Pause. Turning the timer off. Choose something. Eating is important. saw, but I don't know if anything was going to change the world. Okay.
It's okay. That's
Just like PETA outside. Like I would think that it's a good thing just to get something quickly. There's just like a PETA guy right there. What are you thinking?
let's continue. I'll go after.
Well, that's actually good. We're at about an hour. So why don't we get to the 90 minutes halfway? Then we can switch. I'll get some more food too. I've got a meeting at 8, but that's in 2. It's 5:45 now, so it's in 2 hours. So that'll be a perfect time. Okay. Go back to our circle area. I like that area. I think the background was the issue. You like that, don't you? You're kind of, wait, why did you click back there or did it automatically go back?
No, it's automatic. Okay. Within the counter.
Yeah, I just thought I saw you click the back button. I think you wanted to change this to be transparent. I think you forgot the box. Yeah. Do your same. Yeah, that's actually quite smart, I gotta say. You use that well. Like I think I've done it like without any thought path, but I've also then I would just like sit there and do like back.
So let's make it wait. See what happens.
So make it longer and see what happens with the space.
Oh, that's fucked up.
What do you want to happen?
It should not be altogether. But you should see the whole tweet. Or make it grow bigger automatically. So. Or we can just why not?
Yep. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Dude, like every country has this crazy stuff.
Wasn't it? Awesome. Sweet.
Oh, wow, there's a bunch of things interesting here.
So it is.
A little bit high, but yeah,
It is. I think we should.
it might just be like a weird visualizer. What's going on? That's pretty good. I mean, it's hard to like also say because like this is one of those things when you actually like bring it to iOS or Android, like
Yeah,
it might
give the space at the bottom.
yeah.
So let's make it. Okay, it is tweeting, and so when it's done tweeting, it should go back.
But you don't do this from the here, you do it from the page level. Now, do we create the tweet on the other page? So we're going to update current tweet. Logged in user. Unique ID. Form inputs. All screens. Perfect. Sometimes that gets confusing when you have like many pages. So you got to remember like, you know, where you file the pages and stuff. Didn't you already make it?
The tweet ID?
Yeah. When you created it?
Oh, yeah.
So, and then where do you want to go after that?
That's great.
So,
Let's do the. Oh.
Oh, this is going to mess with you. Because it, well, you'll see. I don't have a solution for this, but you can see. Yeah. It's not there, it's on this guy. I just wonder if maybe try to get, maybe it didn't click through. Maybe the internet was slow because it shouldn't go that high either. Maybe try and okay. How do we deal with this? So I can tell you how I've dealt with this before, but I don't know if there could be a more elegant way. I'll actually have a series of invisible clocks, and it'll, when they see that, oh, actually, it should just go, I think you might need a button.
Done. So when he's done uploading, he'll click the button.
So he doesn't need to upload it here. When he's done choosing,
Okay.
or you could have him upload it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's annoying that image uploaders have like more functionality. Nice. Oh, it's back.
do we clear the already existing float?
So when do you want it to clear?
Every time you click.
So if you want, so it's add another action, more at the bottom, change input value.
Yeah. Squeeze. Not tweak.
Maybe you can clean the image.
So it's image uploaded. It doesn't show the image.
Try it being on the page with the image uploader and see if it gives you any more options. Like just try it being, yeah, exactly.
Interesting. On this button. Nope. This is weird.
I think it's fine. I think it's actually to do with just how it's visualizing here, and actually like an Android or iOS, it'll be okay.
Where were we? What was I trying to do?
Thinking about food.
Oh no.
Find a restaurant around here.
Yeah.
Moral hazard for me. Do I stop the timer? I don't stop the timer. You're working. I'm still here. Oh, wait.
Perfect. So that's.
What we probably would want to have is it to clear the tweet box at that stage.
Let me just check the database.
Oh, perfect.
It's here.
Pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
Your first tweet. Take my 1 second a day video of you.
Yeah.
Shift it on the intro. Any sort of food you're particularly in the mood for?
Anytime before actually. Don't really care that much.
We're coming to like a pretty natural spot too to pause, because now we're going to be talking.
Well, I'm just gonna make the home screen to show the tweets, and then we can pause.
No rush. That's like a real step, but it's actually not that hard. It's a high impact step. It's kind of fun.
خليه يقول لك لاي شيء.
Cities are like feels so built up, but like on its infrastructure, like restaurants, Airbnb, it's like so basic. You just take a taxi back to our circle area, and then we're gonna be based from there.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a list of tweets?
Yeah.
So it probably makes sense to actually make it a list now, so that the like things like that you're kind of doing in real time.
So list.
So select all the components you want to be in the list first. You can add more components later. No. Make a list. And then when you're doing like tweet author. Okay, wait, we got first got to say what it's a list of. This was a list of tweets, right? No, yeah, we can play, so we can build those stronger later. But yeah, I mean, how do you want it to be?
What do you mean?
This is where this is where like algorithms come in, right? So you might want to say we're doing so okay, say for example, you might want to have it another filter where tweet is not current user, author is not current user, for example. But I think that's a good baseline. Now, tweet author though should be the actual tweet author instead of the words tweet author.
I was just making an example for what we're going to make the list.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, yeah. And then since we link the list to be the tweets.
Yeah, so when you're saying current, it's not the one there, it's the one in the list. Where tweets will be like a database, you'll see it'll just be like counting stuff. So
And the image should be database going to image. Okay.
you should have current tweet text somewhere. You were styling this until I came and interrupted your styling.
Okay. Start out.
I mean, let's load it and see what it looks like. What's interesting is like, so like I've always found with like, pretty cool. Okay, well, I mean, there's some issues. Which, well, just go down and make sure it's showing up in the other ones. Okay, it is. Well, that one's.
Well, we don't have an image for the user. So can we make a placeholder?
So what you can actually do is do out of here edit styles. There is an option for that. Oh, just choose an image. Actually, you can choose current tweet image just so you can see. But then if there's no image, then you have that. But it'll actually grab it from there. So what we should do is actually have a user profile, and then it can just be empty for now.
Okay. So do we create another selection?
No, because every user will have their own profile. Put it in as if it's empty. Looks pretty sexy, eh? Okay, now why isn't this author showing? Try copy and pasting and make sure it's on top. Sometimes it gets confused between the visualizer and the. Just go down and make sure it's picked it up. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again.
So does it show the name?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe the author doesn't have a name. Check the most recent user. Yeah, so we haven't been populating names for some reason. Cute, right? When most people say their first tweet, it's making a tweet. Your first tweet is making a tweet.
What is?
When you're okay, so you've updated the user. Okay, so this is an example of why you might want to actually link the database together instead of doing a parent, so that when you update your name, it would update the tweets.
Yeah.
So maybe it's better to actually do a database relationship between those things. Okay, so first maybe we should leave the author field. Okay, you can cancel and put the tweet unique ID at the top. And now you can delete it. Oh, it's bizarre, right? Okay, and then we'll do relationship, yeah, to users. And a user can have multiple tweets, but a tweet belongs to one user. And yeah, and then something you just to be aware of is it'll automatically make a field on the user side, and just make sure that like when you get complicated, like you'll see. So it's tweets. So it doesn't, you just sometimes might want to rename them so you know what it is. So like say this is, because if you do like, say you do likes and dislikes, it'll all be on there. Or something. Or like typing works when someone's watching. Okay, now when you make a tweet over on the loading screen, it should be that's the image uploader on the actual on the screen level, the action, and then update, and then user should be logged in user.
Let me just think about it. Updated the, oh, so we are updating the tweets.
So you're linking the database
The user
together.
Yeah.
So now if you like say update your profile, it would update all your historical profiles.
Yeah.
Before we were hard doing it. So it might be a bit slower, but it's a bit faster. And you will have to update the link because you deleted that field. You'll see, yeah, deleted. No, current tweet. And then user, and then you actually see it. We got all that power now.
Yeah.
Cool, right? Sometimes you have to go all the way across the screen. Do we have full name filled out in the database? Just take a look. We do. What's the problem? Maybe try a new browser. Okay, delete that field and, well, first just put a word in. Just like type in like, hello or something. Like, is it a visibility issue or is it a database issue? For example, that's fascinating. You've broken the app, congratulations. Okay. Oh, I know what the issue is. You need to make you haven't linked them actually. Okay, so so make it current tweet, user, yeah. Okay, but now go to your database and open a tweet and open the records. And you'll see you haven't actually linked the user yet. So it'll do that automatically when you make new ones, but because you haven't, the existing ones haven't done it yet. Now you don't need to do it. You can it's probably faster to delete the old tweets.
So let's delete everything.
You click done, not delete. Which is an example of like why database architecture is important, because you go, ooh, I made a mistake, and you got like 1 million records or something stupid. That's go ahead, of course. Pay the bill.
ماشي ماشي يلا ماشي خلاص ماشي. feedback and things that can be super difficult if you don't know. I think I'll be Nash, shall we get going? Shall we get in?
Let's go. Do you know how to? Are you on the Zoom call? I was thinking, like, what? Honestly, like, I could just go create another falafel shawarma and then going back to that coffee shop and working from there again. Yeah. Do you know how to get to where we're going? Oh no.
We close at
No, it's like 30-minute walk. No. I think we can tell people that neighborhood we're in, and that sweet place. That's what Malaz says. But I might need you to figure this out because I think people just
I don't know how to go there.
So I think, like, I can tell you. I'm pretty sure if you say that we're going to Abu Samra, and if we're going to like by Al Sheikh pastry or like that area. Congratulations! It's pretty cool to see what you're making. I love I love coming in, like, kind of dominating the space, like making it work for you.
I don't mind
I mean, I'd rather walk down the stairs than walk up. But actually, okay, we could also, if you want to walk up, we can. Well, why don't we? There's like a nice restaurant. It looks like. I think that was too far.
If we keep it in the way, then we'll start.
Hard, right? I'm not saying like a funny way. Like that's your vibe. Technology. It was kind of refreshing stuff like that. I feel like I'm like, before the world had a smartphone. Funny that oh, laptop. Laptop. I think it's okay, like, you gotta like figure out. Yeah, like, you know, that was weird, but like, I do appreciate that. And it's just like, I don't think there's like a really like, no, it's like a lot of like, vibes. Like it has a bit of content. You see any other part of your eye. It's funny, like, it's really well, doesn't it? Like, one of the first things that I gotta do is like fall into or something, right? Places. I go like, French bakery. Let's move our head over and see what working on it. Well, I got in a second. You keep though, because you're like. You work with her? I mean, use my laptop of yours to get her in it too. I wonder if there's a place for a book.
Yeah. Well, he knows. That's just not well, it'd be nice to think he likes it. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. I think.
Do we want?
Did I think you're out here?
Oh, it's okay. Don't you want to have it just
Yeah, so don't we need this?
so
That works.
yeah, you would do for
Well, how are we doing the recording? I think so. So you can enjoy our bathrooms. Oh, and well, actually, I mean, good stuff. I was thinking of shrink. We don't also have to do exactly the same as this. What? I thought it would collapse it. I wasn't sure, but I forgot.
So when I click, it goes to another.
Well, no, and then it goes to the thread. So then you'd see all the children. Yeah. We also, I think we're going to get to a point where it's like diminishing returns where we would make us start moving to our own projects. But I think we, at least for today, keep doing Twitter. But then I think after today, we're kind of trained enough to, you can like kind of do a one stage, right? I mean, at what stage do you say you're a developer? Yeah. So by the way, if you ever want to like publish, just put it. You like literally just export it to APK and shove it on the Google Play Store. Well, okay, I've never actually done the iOS one because I don't have an iPhone. Let's not do it right. Well, we can, but if we want to figure it out together, maybe that's our task tomorrow. Yeah. Because I know the Android really well. Let's finish. Make it between reactions. That'll be pretty cool. That'll be a cool tutorial too. It'll be like over 3 days, starting from scratch to that's publishing application. And then we can like go shove that on YouTube and go like take a holiday and let people figure it out.
So the lives.
I believe that's licks, which can have a very different connotation depending where you are in the world. Okay, now here's something that's kind of fascinating. So likes can be, so I'll often do two fields for likes. I'll do likes count and likes members. So I do the likes count because it's fast and you just do like basically +1. But then you often want to have like a different visual, like like full or not full, which I'll do as a field of like adding member to it. And if member is included, it will look full. If members aren't included, it will not look full. Okay, so, and you could just do count of members, but often it just kind of gets cluttered, like with the database speed. But you can do that, like that would be so the correct proper way to actually do likes would be to do a users field. We can try doing it properly first. So a relationship, and it'll be users. Be many, because a user can have many likes. So a tweet can have many users liking it, and a user can like many tweets. So let's actually just delete this likes field for now. We might use it again later, and then this will be like. And then remember, whenever you do one, you should look at it on the other side and see if it's going to confuse you later. Because like, see, it's just some tweets. So if it could have been tweets and tweets, you would know one is the author, one is the. And what's cool with this too, like you can also just like have like a list very easily of all likes. Yeah. Okay. So now you would do two buttons, one button. Exactly. Yeah, it's just stupid how they're all named. Yes, there. Favorite, who would have thought? Now, I think the way to do it is one above the other for CS. Well, you probably can hack this more than me, but nice. Please. This makes sense. That makes sense. So like doing I think maybe time's kind of important. And one is just retweet. Yep. Oh, there. Perfect. What is the tech? I don't think it's necessary.
The alignment is weird. So what I used to do is just go for. Okay, so
Yeah, just break it up in like
pieces that way. Divide the space into four.
but it should easily go to halfway. It should do the halfway.
But then we have four.
So what I would do is I would just make it into 4 boxes, like half, half, half. I think it's over you. Is that correct? Yeah. Treating it right? You're still trying to.
Yeah, so. I mean, it has to be if you do it correctly.
So let's do the database first.
Which one are we focusing on first? Which?
Let's do the, okay, so let's do the likes, the favorites.
Okay.
So we have likes as a number. No, this is users.
Which is fine. We do this usually sometimes it breaks, so it breaks, then we have to change. But let's try to do it correctly first and see what happens.
Okay, so what's going to happen is someone is going to, so let's start with the clicks. So there's going to be two steps, the clicks and then the visibility. So let's start with the clicks. So somebody's first going to click the unvisible one. So something has to happen. Update current tweet. And then it'll be likes, add, login user. Done. Hurrah. Now if they click the filled in one, it should be,
Yeah.
no, likes. Wow. Okay, now let's do the visibility.
This
The user, current tweet, current tweet, likes, all, contains logged in user. No, it does not contain. It does not contain. Okay. So this is where you can really start to see though, like how you can like keep so many things filed in your brain. Like, can you imagine like trying to teach someone else like it was just like it is like a known fact in software development. It takes more time to explain than it does to build. This is weird. Do you have any tweets? Can you clear the database?
Yes.
Yeah. So that would probably be something like if no tweets. Have something that reminds you there should always be tweets.
Yeah. We can like put an illustration here above this saying there are no tweets.
I feel like really there should always be tweets. Like I think that no tweets, we should have some filler tweets.
Yeah.
Like on some things you'd be correct. I feel like on something like Twitter, like it's a bit weird to like, you're the first person to tweet ever. Like we made this message for you. Please tweet.
This is weird.
Did you
Stuff.
Great tweet. So went to the next page. It's the next page where the problem is the upload. Did you actually have a picture?
No.
So this is where this gets, so this might be because we linked the logged in user. Okay, do me a favor. Okay, look at the database. Look at the tweets. See, it didn't update it. So this is where like database stuff gets kind of funky. So I'm done, don't mind. Okay, go back to, okay, let's break this up into multiple steps. So there's 3 things happening here. Let's try it over 3 different updates.
Okay.
You understand?
So we'll update.
So you do one update for your picture. So you do one update. Yeah, it's like exactly. How did you find us?
Accidentally. I'm getting the weapon outside. Just like, where are you going? I'm I met my friends there, and I was just.
Do you have the key or do they have the key?
They have the
Hey, what does a taxi look like in the city? Huh? Okay, good to ask. Thank you. Good seeing you, Melissa. Have a nice night.
So we should do the form input. All screens.
No.
No. The current tweet image.
Wait, no, we haven't uploaded it yet. So you were right. So form input. Yeah, exactly. You're right. So funny how small AAA. What is he even here for? Bizarre.
He told me like this is the #1 restaurant in the city for the people. Yeah. Okay. I don't see people here. I don't know.
So okay, so that was the image. So now let's
do the tweet text.
form inputs.
Yeah. But why are we doing this?
It just sometimes if you do things back to back, it just freezes the database. So what we saw was the database, like there's no reason it didn't work. I've also seen the ADALO from the Pro software developers videos. Like that's where I first got this from. They would break this up, and we could maybe we don't need to break it up into 3. We could break it up into 2 because I don't know where the stuck is. And this login. So anytime you add users, this is why I do that parent stuff. It's like adding users to things often just can trip the database.
Yeah.
And if this doesn't work, we might change the order. In fact, I would do the one of the text to be the first one. And I would probably do the picture to be the last one. Well, let's try it out and see what happens. Now, what's cool is that we've also isolated steps. We can then look at the database again and see where it gets stuck. Like what? This is a tweet. Okay, let's just let it hang for a second too. Because it could be a big photo. Is there a photo? No. Okay, try deleting the add user and see if it does it. Yeah, just delete this step. Let's see if that fixes it.
Sure. No.
Okay, so it is that. Okay, why? Try update login user and add the tweet.
What should we update?
I feel is it? Okay, it won't let you do that. Okay. You know, and this isn't the right way to do it, or at least I've never had it work that way. Yes, please. Okay, let's try add the user again, but delete all the users and then make a new one. So maybe it's corrupted from the users. No, the tweet. So update user, add login user.
Oh, that happened.
See, this is really browser stuff where it becomes tricky, and so have you logged in. Why can't we delete everything?
I deleted the database once, and then I created more account.
You might want to delete the tweets too. But you can start with a totally clean database. That might have been the issue though, because it was trying to add an invisible user. I got like 1,000 demo accounts that I filled for my like for time. It's like, you know, like, okay, I need names. It's like just like a test in my mind for what the names are. Okay, now let's take a look at the database. It didn't look like it gave it a tweet text. Oh, it did. User. Okay, but that's because we deleted the field and moved that stuff around. And the same with the picture. We've got to relink this stuff. Yeah. So let's take a look at the database first to make sure that it did it right. Yeah. Where's the other field now? Show me the tweet side, please. See, it didn't add the user. Did we put that in correctly? Let's take a look at that again. User. Okay, so here's another thing I'll do. I'll change the relationship to be many to many, because many to many works. See, this is just, I don't know what's happening right now. But we could do that. We could switch the relationship to be many to many.
This.
Yeah. And then use an author or something. And then we have to, yeah, exactly. Tweet author, I think. Okay, now let's switch it right. Okay. And now let's try it out. This is where I'm starting to go. Maybe I'm getting tired. This would also often be where I go like do something else or like, okay. Okay, let's back it up again. Let's try just to experiment. When you click tweet and it creates, try it being add to, but see, it doesn't even give us the option here on create. It has to be on the update section. Or we could do what we originally did, which was, but then it's an issue. So what we originally had was parent ID, right? Because I kind of predicted things like this happening. But then it's not correct because it won't update the name of the author if the author changes their name. Why don't we, but you know what, here's another thing I actually do that's kind of bizarre, is copy the entire app and have it be a fresh version over here. Okay, but first let's have it set up the way we want it to be. So is it correct on the? Yeah. Okay. So let's try the one above. Down. Copy. Copy Twitter phone. Sure. I usually do the date or something, but fine. And this is like a choice. Do you want it to? Well, so copy database is makes a new database. Share the same database means that you're still all running on the same database, and it's like, yeah. Give it a second to think. Okay, now let's try it again and see what happens. Well, let's try changing the ordering of that stuff. Put it, let's make it at the top before the picture gets uploaded. Try it again. I don't know. What the hell? Yeah, but like, it's just annoying. And kind of exhausting, right? Yeah. But it worked. And it's good to know those bullshit things actually can lead somewhere. You can imagine how much headaches I've made myself to realize. Like, it's like literally like let me just try every single thing imaginable. And like, but it's kind of like problem solving, right? So okay, let's break it up into multiple steps and find exactly where it frees us. Why there? Like what the? And, yeah. Sorry, audio. Okay. Now let's try doing one with a picture and see if that works. And we also have to re-link on the home page the list stuff because that's all been moved around. Yeah. But it won't show on the home. It doesn't just test that it's working. Yeah. That was pretty. Upload's happening. Okay. So, and then suddenly everything's okay.
So the form name should be tweet author.
Oh, okay.
The relationship.
Yeah, so this is going to get even more fucked up. We're going to make this a list. No, yeah. Okay. And then it's going to as a list of users, and the users are current tweet author. And then we're gonna maximum of 1. And then we're gonna go over here. And then we're gonna go into the text. Hey, don't click it. Keep clicking until you're inside. Okay, then text. And we're gonna go here. Then we're going to go to one of these current user full name or handle. Maybe handle. Yeah. Let's see if it works.
Good. Better do.
This list within a list thing is, I think, actually like the thing that makes the internet hum. But is the so I think the issue on my side might be that I'm getting burned out. Can we see if the full name is populated?
Oh,
So let's just do the second one. Let's try it again. You're paying the same software development, and then you do 50% of the time. Yeah, right? And then it's kind of like going like, do I really care about how it works? Well, yes and no, because it can be a more processing intensive thing than having all these micro lists, except we're doing this on an AWS backend. So the advantage is like things we're doing can be really heavy, but like we're doing it on supercomputers. But like pretty cool, right? In terms of like who would have wow. Except for the alarmists.
why does it fucking help the alarm?
Hey, what if Kiba has to listen to this and she's going, every swear has been from you. Try to put it exactly on top of each other and see what happens. And if not, then move it back down. I think that one pixel might have been a difference. Well, try. Ooh, interesting. Okay, try yeah, move it back down. Sorry. I tried again because I think before it was like that. So just try it again. I love it. It's something my laws can sometimes be helpful with too. He seems to like know this stuff better than me. So the thing that's weird is why are these ones moving? That's the thing I don't understand. Because like that shouldn't move. Okay, just do me a favor and just delete those things and try it and see what happens. You can like control V it later. Or yeah, maybe. Oh, that's supposed to be like a nightmare. I'm not totally sure what I'm witnessing here, but I'm intrigued. It's like, but the image should be able to do it itself, shouldn't it? What was your? Let's think of another solution. Yeah, just to see that if we can get it lining up in the right spot. So, what about putting a rectangle between each one? Like a bit like just like like so it forces the spacing. Maybe even leave them with the colors on just so we can see what's going on. Fine, but let's just see if it does Gosh, it's too thin. Just make it fatter. Yeah, there you I mean, it works. Yeah, but how many hours am I saving you in pain and torture of your life?
Your efforts are much appreciated.
I mean, man, like when I'll get like something like, do you remember there was that one day where there was like all these messages from me, like trying to figure out how to like it was like literally like ridiculous. That's cool. You can do them all at the same time. When I'm not even doing it. That's sick. Okay, let's do the share. Share is easy. So share needs to, so actually share needs to have a source. The source can be the current tweet, but maybe author handle. Okay, just do the tweet. Let's make this up easier on ourselves. Yeah, that's it. And it doesn't work well in the browser, but like it actually just opens up the share interface. So here I'll just say like object not supported. Because you can't share on a computer, right? Oh, cool! Whoa, what is this thing?
This is the share menu for Windows.
Oh, it's on Windows. Now, of course, it would be nice to have like the handle.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
Can we add something to the source?
So yeah, but do you remember like we had like that goes back to the same issue we had before. And there's a way to play around with it, just like it's the best use of our time right now, or like for what we're learning. Okay. Okay. So how do you see this being visualized? Basically, we need to have like, the way I kind of see this is new field, does tweet have children? Yes, no. If no, nothing. If yes, show list below it, and list is tweets that have the parent ID being that tweet.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay.
Do you want me to say that again?
Let's do functionality of the component.
Yes.
Then the how to show them.
So I think basically you can copy the entire list you have and then shove it.
To another screen.
No, because it should be okay, I'm thinking of the visualization. And the visualization will be on the same homepage, won't it? So like here, I'll show you what I mean.
Okay, so I'm thinking when you click the comment button,
Well, I thought, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
you pop up which so kind of like
I just see the comment as being the exact, make a tweet. You even use the same screen.
Yeah.
And it would just show the father above it.
could be. Yeah. So
But I gotta tell you, I think I know what I'm doing here, but I'm getting a little bit mentally degraded. So you might want to consider making a copy. I guess we have a copy pretty close here, but it could be like, you know, it would be nice to be able to come, like right now things are working roughly well. I think we're about to like shift everything up a little bit. Fine. Because there's like a question we have of like, do we want to like use a small number of screens as possible? And then like be having like a bunch of like true false variables. So like say, here's for a new tweet, but if tweet has parent filled, then show parent tweet. Or it could just be to a new page that has like the.
I think a new page would be better.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's make life easier for ourselves. Well, do you want to see where we're at?
Or at here.
Let's
So it's a review. But we haven't done. Are you ready to witness new pages? Yeah.
wait.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Right.
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to be. So let's create a new one.
Let's add another image.
About this one. Yeah, we created.
We're here because I'm on my full damage. It's good. We see where we do the box, we have a huge box what we can manage.
Yeah,
I think we should change.
this is better, don't you think?
Yeah, it's much better. Okay, now tell them a lot of some of the things that have not gone according to plan. Show them the things between the.
Yeah. So we have to put invisible rectangles between the icons because it was getting messed up. So when you like, the other icon will go to the side or go below. So I was doing weird stuff.
Have the first one, like you just needed to be on the same height.
Yes. Didn't work. So the solution was to put invisible boxes between the icons.
It's the same height. Why it's hanging on?
No one knows, but it's fixed. Yeah.
And then how about the list for the list? So it just
This is a list.
Yeah.
But we couldn't reach the handle for the user.
For no reason, it just wouldn't. It would just read the database.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the list of the
It's on the list.
I got like the user's name.
Yeah, but it's annoying because it should just be able to work properly.
Well, I've done it several times. Speaking of which, I planned for tonight, like 99.95. not, like for your team, if not, maybe you can just volunteer my algorithm. Wait, oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you saying? Sorry.
I mean, tonight, if
If we don't have any plans tonight to work together, Melissa and I can work on Galena.
Yeah. I'm brain dead. So I'm ready to. I got a call.
8.
Yeah.
So just let's wrap up.
Yeah.
Let's start the recording.